Hello, party people. I hope you're all sitting down. Let's do this welder thing, shall we? Now, in my head, 2 lucky people would have gotten these for Christmas. Alas, here we are, like a week away. Extenuating circumstances. As you can see, I've only just managed to escape from prison. If nothing else, though, if all goes well, we'll at least have winners before Christmas. You'll know. And in the end, isn't it really the thought that, speaking of timing, HTP shuts down over the holidays, so the welders won't ship out until early January. However, I'm getting ahead of myself. Welder giveaway. In this video, I'll explain the rules and how you can enter to win one of 2 old used welders. Listen close, get your pencils ready. To recap, I'm giving away my lightly used welders. One is an HTP Invertig 221 AC/DC TIG welder. The other is an HTP ProPulse 220 MIG welder. Have a good look at these. What you see is what you get. Now, the welders are no longer here with me. In good conscience, I sent them back to HTP, who gave them the once-over, made sure they were in good condition, and have given them the green light and a clean bill of health. Both have lived a very coddled life, so I don't expect any problems for anybody. They have some signs of light use, of course, but they're good to go. For better or worse, I signed them. Now, I can see that going one of 2 ways for you. Either 1, you encase them in epoxy and keep them as your most treasured possession for the rest of your natural life, or wipe them down with some acetone. The marker will come right off. Credit where credit is due. A shout out to HTP, who has volunteered to generously donate some things to help you get up and running. I'm giving away only the bare machines. When I got the Revolution, I got only the bare machine, so I kept all my accessories. That means you could have ended up with just a machine, no leads and all that kind of other stuff to actually weld with, which I know is like getting a toy on Christmas and not having any batteries. So HTP is throwing in the following. With the ProPulse MIG welder, you'll get 2 MIG guns. There's a 24 series for welding steel and a 26 series for aluminum. For the aluminum, you'll also get a drive roll, since I kept my old one. You'll get a ground lead and clamp, gas hose, flow meter, regulator, pretty much everything you need to get going except a gas cylinder and a bag of electricity to power it. And wire, I suppose. You'll need wire, unless you're just going to stick weld with these machines. With the TIG welder, HTP's thrown in a 17 series air-cooled torch, ground clamp, and a foot pedal. You'll also get a gas hose and a flow meter with the connections and all that jazz. Again, you have to supply your own gas and filler wire. If you win and you want to get welding immediately, like while the mailman is still there, you might want to get some of that stuff ahead of time. Of course, you'll also need welding gloves, a helmet, protective equipment, all the usual fare, unless you already have that stuff, of course. When you need consumables, you can get everything from HTP at usaweld.com. And speaking of HTP, Peter Z has offered to give the winners like an introductory welding lesson. If you're not too far, you can go there, or maybe he can come to you. But worst comes to worst, you'll be getting them over the phone, I guess. Moral of the story, there'll at least be someone there to help you out a little getting started. Answer some questions. If you want, check out his channel. I'll put a link below. You can find tutorials specific to these machines that pretty much start from the ground up. So a few more things before I tell you how to enter. First, you have to be 18 or older, and I'm afraid you're only eligible if you're in the continental USA, the good old lower 48. My apologies to our Canadian viewers and anyone overseas, of course, but those are the rules. I'm not a lawyer, but my lawyer is. And there are very specific rules for giveaways like these. Second, the winners must use their newfound powers for good. Third, the giveaway starts as of the publishing of this video. It'll last roughly 3 days and end this Friday, December 22nd, 2023, high noon Eastern Standard Time. Now, technically, I think I'm supposed to tell you your chances of winning, but I have no idea how to work that out. This is being done in good faith. To set some bounds on that for you though, my welding related videos in the first 2 or 3 days get about 250 to 300,000 views. That means your chance of winning is somewhere between 1 in 250 to 300,000 and some change. That's if you keep this to yourselves. If people start yapping though, and this ends up on social media and the entirety of the continental US participates, then I guess your chances go down to something like 1 in 258 million. Loose lips sink. On the brighter side though, and I'm no statistician mind remind you, if you enter for both welders, I guess that doubles your chances, right? One last thing before I cut you all loose. This is just a little heart-to-heart between me and you. These are welders you're in the running for. Welding equipment, like professional tools. You should know what you're getting into. I'm going to put a link down below to the safety sheet in my comments, like in the description. Or of course, go to HTP's website and download the manual for the machines. We're talking about arc welders here. There is electricity involved, and a lot of it. Lots of amps and high frequencies. Now, used correctly, they are safe. Please know what you're doing or have someone around that does. Neither me or HTP assume any responsibility for how they're used, or if you drop them on your foot or whatever. 2, read the instructions. You have to use these in a well-ventilated area. There are fumes and gases involved, etc. C, you'll probably want a 220 volt outlet. One or both of these I think might actually work on regular 110. I personally have never tried. Read the manual for details. But if you plug these welders into 110, you'd be like tying the legs on a racehorse. I'd guess you probably get less than half the performance the machines are capable of. Okay, maybe if you're just learning, that's fine, but keep in mind, sooner or later, you'll probably need that 220 outlet, which more than likely entails an electrician. So there are some hidden costs. Speaking of hidden costs, point number 4, or D, or whatever we're up to. And this is a big one. These machines, just like any other welder, require consumables. Consumables cost money. It costs money to weld. Other than filler and TIG collets and tips and all that stuff, you're going to need gas. Again, unless you want these only to stick weld, you're going to need a bottle of industrial gas, a tank, whatever. Typically, that's argon or some MIG mix. Now, these aren't hard to get, but they're also not the easiest thing in the world to work out. Unfortunately, they're expensive. More than likely, depending where you live, you might end up leasing a tank. The prices change everywhere. It should be less than $1, 75, 80, 85 cents per day. But I'm getting way off track here. Moral of the story is I want you to know what you're getting involved in. This whole getting welding gas thing is a whole topic in and of itself. There are different ways to get it, buying it, leasing it, swapping, refilling. Again, I'm sure it all varies by region and where you live. Pete Z has generously agreed to do a video covering gas bottles for welding. I'll put that link down below. However you get your gas, keep in mind it's probably going to be heavy, unless you get a small tank, I guess. And it's under very high pressure. Industrial gases have safety concerns all their own, so study up and most of all, play safe. After hearing all this, if you know you're not going to weld, I kindly ask you not enter. Ideally, one of these welders goes out to someone who wants to learn. Maybe one day make it a profession, who knows. If you just want to win something from the internet, so you've got something to talk about at that New Year's Eve party, I can't stop you. But just know you may be taking a chance away from someone who might really want one of these. All that said, here's what you do. If you want to enter for the TIG welder, send an email to thisoldtig@protonmail.com. If you want to enter for the MIG welder, send an email to thisoldmig@protonmail.com. In the subject line, put in your state. If you're from North Dakota, write North Dakota. Do not send me your address. Also, I ask you not to send me your whole life story. This thing is not based on merit. Yes, I feel for you. We all do, but I just can't read that kind of stuff. My heart can't take it. This is just luck of the draw. In the email, though, send me your phone number and your name. I will call the winners. Me. You'll hear this voice on the phone. Once you tell me over the phone that you're eligible, that you understand what you're getting yourself into, then you've won. Just like that. Congrats, man. But be careful of spam, fraudsters, ne'er-do-wells. Let's put it this way. I'm not even 100% sure I'm going to die one day, but I can absolutely guarantee the comment section under this video will be full of spam telling you that you've won. That already started in the last video. Hopefully no one has fallen for that or will fall for that. I will not contact you via comments, email, or anything. You don't have to pay a single cent to win, or for shipping, or to free up my frozen assets. You can only enter once at each of those emails. I mean, you can send me 100 emails if you really want, but I will filter out multiple entries. When this thing closes, I'll export all that email to like a spreadsheet, mix them up real good, really shake my computer hard, and pick one using a random number generator. The one the universe picks is the one that wins, at which point I'll call you. If you don't qualify, if you turn it down, change your mind, I'll make another pick. That will happen for each of the two welders. I'll announce the winner as soon as I can. It might be that first week of January because we're visiting family for a couple of weeks, but I'll try to let you know as soon as I can. The winners will know Friday probably if I can get through to you on the phone. If you win, it would be super awesome if you could send me a short video of you with the machine. Nothing complicated, you don't have to weld or anything. Something shot with your phone is fine, just so I can share it here with the whole community when this whole thing is over. Anything you want to add or say in that video, it's totally up to you. A photo or two, I guess, would be fine also, but a video would be more fun for everyone involved. Once the giveaway is over, I'll take all the emails I've accumulated and sell them to third-party advertisers for $1 million. I'm just kidding. The email accounts will be closed, like literally shut down, deleted after we have a winner, and all those emails and your information will be gone, never to be seen again. Please don't try to contact me at those email addresses after this thing, or even during this thing, because honestly, I'm not gonna read the emails. It's all gonna get sort of filtered and automated, and it'll pick a winner. Anyway, good luck to everyone. I hope everyone has a great Christmas and holiday, whatever you celebrate, a great new year. And you'll be hearing from me soon on how this whole thing goes. Good luck.